What if I told you that one of the scariest teams in the 2026 World Cup is not Brazil, not France, not Argentina, it is Portugal. And the reason is not just talent. It is because Portugal now has something football hates to see. A team full of quality, a team full of belief, and Cristiano Ronaldo chasing the one trophy that still haunts his legacy. At 41 years old, Ronaldo is preparing for his 6th World Cup, and the question is no longer whether he belongs there. The real question is whether the football world is ready for one last Ronaldo masterclass. To understand why Portugal is dangerous, you have to understand what this team has become. This is no longer just a side built around one superstar. Portugal now carries a spine that looks built for knockout football. Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, and Nuno Mendes give them control, energy, creativity, and fearlessness in the biggest moments. Under Roberto Martinez, Ronaldo has also found a sharper role, scoring regularly again for Portugal and giving the team a leader who still changes how opponents defend. That is the first scary thing. Portugal can hurt you in multiple ways. If you press them, they can play through you. If you sit deep, they can control the game. If you give Ronaldo one moment, he can end the match. And that is why this team feels different from the Portugal sides of the past. They are not just flashy. They are efficient. They are deeper. They are harder to predict. And for a World Cup, that matters more than almost anything else.
Now let us talk about the real reason the entire football world keeps watching Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo is still here. Still leading, still scoring, still chasing history. He already holds the record as the most capped male footballer, and at 41, he is entering the tournament with the kind of experience almost no one in football history has ever carried into a World Cup. He also helped Portugal win the 2025 Nations League, scoring in the final against Spain as Portugal claimed their 2nd title in that competition. That matters because Ronaldo is not just a great player at this stage. He is a psychological event. Defenders panic when he is near the box. Goalkeepers hesitate when he attacks the first ball. Opponents know that if the match is alive in the final 20 minutes, Portugal still have a man who believes he can bend the game to his will. And that is where the story gets dangerous, because every great team needs a belief carrier. Portugal have that in Ronaldo. But they also have the midfield and fullbacks to make his moments count. That combination is why they are not just a feel-good story. They are a legitimate threat. Here is the part many people overlook. Portugal's World Cup group is not a nightmare on paper. They are drawn with DR Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia, which means the path into the knockout rounds gives them a real chance to build momentum before the pressure explodes. That kind of start can be gold in a World Cup. And momentum is everything, because once Portugal get to the knockout stage, they do not need to be perfect. They only need to be cold. One goal, one mistake. One moment from Ronaldo or one run from a midfielder like Vitinha or João Neves. That is enough to turn a tournament. This is why Portugal scare people. They can win matches without dominating the headlines. They can survive ugly games. They can strike from nowhere. And they have a captain who has spent his whole life turning pressure into fuel. The real question. But every scary team also has a weakness. For Portugal, the question is not talent. It is whether they can stay calm when the pressure gets louder. World Cups are brutal. One bad bounce can kill a dream. One missed chance can turn a nation silent. Portugal know this better than most. They reached the quarterfinals in 2022 and fell short again, which means this generation is now carrying the weight of unfinished business into 2026. And that is why Ronaldo's final World Cup chase feels so heavy, because this is no longer about highlights, it is about legacy. If Portugal win, Ronaldo's story gets the ending every football fan understands instantly. He became one of the greatest ever. He carried his country for 2 decades. And then, in the final chapter, he lifted the trophy that had always escaped him.